Hey everybody, it's Kevin. I'm back for the final card. Christine's here with me. We're going to make the bottle shaker card, and we're using the bottle domes and the effervescent elements, cute little bubbles that'll get every color in them in the light. All right, we're going to do some white heat embossing with this card as well. So you need the last packet from your kit that has the cherry cobbler card base in it. It also has a piece of white that's for the inside of your card, a piece of crumb cake for the front. There's a square of crumb cake that we're going to use to stamp some extra sprig pieces to give a 3D effect. There's a little strip of crumb cake for your sentiment tag. There's a length of twine that we're going to make a bow out of. And there is a piece of designer series paper, and that's going to lock off the back of our bottle so our effervescent elements don't fall out. So let's put all of that away and do our stamping to start. So first step, we need to punch our crumb cake piece with the bottle punch. So we position our bottle. So I'm inserting it all the way in, halfway left and right. That gives us the location of our bottle. Okay. Now, I'm going to treat this the same as we did the last one with our embossing buddy all along the top area here to get rid of any grease, fingerprints, static, whatever, because we don't want the embossing powder to stick anywhere other than where we are putting the flowers. I have my flowers, Versamark ink, lots of Versamark. Right on the middle there like that. There we go. Thank you. And then I'll get my coffee filter and my white embossing powder. Sprinkle that on there like that. Shimmy it around a little. Tap off the extra. That looks good. And we're going to pause for a minute and we're going to take that over and heat set it. Okay, and we're back. So we've got that heat set now. So now we can continue with the rest of our stamping. So I'm just going to have my mat there. And I want my crumb cake. And we're going to do the sentiment and we're going to do the little pine cone pieces. So as usual, the big pine cone goes up towards the top, pointing straight out between the flowers, and the three odd-shaped little round things are the centers of the flowers. Right there like that. Hey!
Oh, you're getting better.
I'm getting better at it. And let's do the little sentiment at the same time. So I'm just going to the right end of my strip. Making spirits bright. There we go. Now we can go to the greenery. And I'm using Mossy Meadow, but you could use Old Olive, you could use any green will work, it doesn't matter. There's no designer paper we're trying to match with this, so any of your greens, whatever your favorite is. Again, the gap between the two sets is where the pine cone is. Like that, okay? And then, on this piece, I'm just gonna do one there, and one there, and I'm gonna hand that off to Christine, who loves to fussy cut, and Christine's gonna fussy cut me a couple of groupings. We did 3 here. You do 3, do 4, do whatever. From that piece, we're going to bump those up to add some extra texture while I finish the rest of the assembly. So in your kit, you have a plastic bag that has your effervescent elements and your little bottle shaker dome. And just be careful when you take it out. If there's any that are stuck to the residual glue around the edge, just kind of pick them off with your finger while they're in the bag. Get them all in there. Get this piece out. Okay. So this is what we do. There is a release paper and adhesive on both sides of your bottle. Okay, so you want to make sure you've got the bottle in upright position. Just sneak your pick in around and peel off the top adhesive. Leave your bottle on the table and bring your paper down over top of it like that, and then press all the way around. Okay. We now have our shaker dome adhered to our card front piece. Now from this point forward, make sure you're flat on the table and you're not going to bump anything, or these things are going to get away on you. Very carefully dump your little effervescent elements into your bottle. Ah, they're getting away. I like Christine's expressions. She said they jump around like fleas jumping off your dog. I can't get them to stay in there. These little ones are getting away. Get in there. There's one on the loose. There he is. Okay. Just kind of make sure they're down in there. Then very carefully, again, use a poker or something to get under the edge of the release paper wherever you can convince it to come up. There we go. Very carefully, you don't want to pull it off and have it go ping and all your little balls are going to go flying. Okay, then take your piece of designer series paper. You decide which side. You really can't see much of it through the effervescent elements, but it doesn't really matter. But this just goes on over top to seal everything in. Once you got it on there, go around, press it on good, then carefully flip it over and then go around again. Press real good with your finger to make sure it's all on there. Okay, that is the best way to do this, to seal this up, because we want to be able to stick that on the front of our card. And if we're not on square on the front of our card, it's going to look awful. So we want to seal it all inside of there first. All right. Now we can put our favorite adhesive all over the back. Like that. I don't have to worry about those falling out. There we go. And then we have our piece for the inside. You decorate your inside as you like. Stamp some more bottles, some more flowers, another sentiment. And this doesn't have to be a Christmas card. We're using the Making Spirits Bright on the front, but hey, you can make spirits bright any time of the year. So you could put from another stamp set, happy birthday or something like that on the inside. Okay, I am going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to trim this down just a little. I want about 1/4 of an inch from the front of my sentiment, and then I'm just taking off the corners. I'm not making it totally flagged. I'm making it more like a tag. Okay. And then we've got our twine. There's a good 22 inches there. We're going to put it in half. So we've got a double length, and we're going to tie a double bow in it. So Christine's going to do that for me. As you know me and my fingers and bows. All right, what do we got here for our little, thank you for fussy cutting those for me, Christine.
You're so welcome.
So we've got all these little spriggy pieces here. So I'm just going to dry fit them before I glue them on. So let's see, how did we do this? We did this big one over here.
I think I cut more than
enough, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna put that one up there in the top with this group. There we go. Okay, so now we need some little dimensionals. We might have to cut a couple of those up. Some of those pieces are pretty tiny. So let's see what we can fit. Yep, it will fit. That one goes there. Where'd that other one go?
Did I make them small enough for you?
I don't know, you could have cut them a little smaller. You cut them the size that they were. All right. Right there. Okay. Now, this one's going to need a half of one, I think. Two halves. One half up there. The other half down here. Uncooperative little thing. He's stuck to my finger instead of being stuck to the where I want it. Okay. Get on there, you. All right. There we go. That's all done. These things. Then we want a glue dot. Look, they're stuck to me everywhere. Take them home with me. So a glue dot on the end of our sentiment tag, and he's just going to stick on the neck of the bottle here. And we're going to slide a couple of dimensionals under the back end here. One, two, like that. And then we want another glue dot, and we're going to roll this glue dot up into a little ball. Put that right there. And attach our bow. Voila! A group effort. There we are. I love the noise that they make. Real fun card. Thank you. I hope you enjoy those 6 cards that we did with this stamp set.